Hi everyone, Radhe Radhe. So today we're doing, this video we're doing chapter 4 verse 27, and this is another one of those verses that has very different interpretation by Srila Prabhupada and Swami Mukundanand. I don't understand this one either at all, and I will just explain what they explain, what the acharyas explain, and you can make your own interpretation of or understanding of this. So let's sing this together. Sarvanindriya karmani prana karmani chapare atma sanyama yogagnau juhvati jnana dipite. Okay, the translation is others who are interested in achieving self-realization through control of the mind and senses offer the function of all the senses and of life breath as oblations into the fire of the controlled mind. So this is talking about controlling what I thought the first part of previous verse was. I think this is talking about that. This is talking about controlling the mind and senses and offering the sacrificial fire of the controlled mind, basically, of the life breath, of the functions of all the senses of the controlled mind to God. So, Sarvani Indriya Karmani, Sarvani of all the senses and the functions of all the senses, Prana Karmani Chapare, functions of the life breath also, Atma Sanyam Yogagnau, Atma Sanyam, controlling our mind. Atma means ourselves. Sanyam is like controlling the self. Yogagno, linking process, yoga, sacrifice, fire. I don't know. Yoga has so many meanings. Agno in the fire of, Juvati offer, Gyan Deepite because of the urge of self-realization. So those who have this urge of self-realization, who want to be self-realized, they will offer in the fire of the controlled mind or controlling the mind. The functions of the senses, all of the functions of the senses and the functions of the life breath. Okay, so in this commentary, he goes into this detailed understanding of the Yoga Sutra of the Patanjali, and basically about controlling the breath, controlling the mind, that there's Paragatma, there's a Pratyagatma, and all kinds of prana. I don't know. This is all very complicated. I didn't read very carefully about this. And Chaitanya Charan Prabhu really leaned very heavily onto this one here. To understand. So he also went into a lot of detail, so I'm going to go into the Swami Mukundanand one because it was simpler for me to understand and it's a very different interpretation. So the translation is, some inspired by knowledge offer the functions of all their senses and their life energy in the fire of the controlled mind. So here the difference is inspired by knowledge is what he's saying. Now let's see if I'm seeing Gyan Deepite, kindled by knowledge. Gyan means knowledge, so this makes sense to me. So kindled by knowledge, they offer the functions of all their senses and their life energy into the fire of the controlled mind. So this rest of it is the same. The only difference is the inspired by knowledge, Gyan Deepite, which here makes sense to me. Okay, so what he's talking about, so in the previous verse also, the difference is that he talked about Hatha Yoga, he talked about Bhakti Yoga, and now he's talking about Jnaya Yog. So in the Jnana Yog, he says the yogis who follow the path of discrimination take the help of knowledge to withdraw their senses. So Hatha Yoga, people restrain their senses with brute willpower. Jnana yogis accomplish the same goal with repeated practice of discrimination based on knowledge. So they engage in deep contemplation upon the disillusionary nature of the world and identify of the identity of the self as distinct from the body. So they're like constantly thinking, contemplating on that, on how the soul is different from the body, and the world is an illusion. And the senses are withdrawn from the world. The mind is engaged in meditation upon the self, and the goal is to become practically situated in self-knowledge. And the assumption is that self is identical with the supreme ultimate reality. So they chant, I am that, I am this, I am the supreme entity. And from the Upanishads, he is given 2 Upanishads. So he says the practice of Jnana Yoga is a very difficult path which requires a very determined and trained intellect. Success in the practice of Jnana Yoga, according to a verse in Srimad Bhagavatam, is only possible for those who are in advanced stage of renunciation. Okay. Yeah, this completely makes sense. I mean, Swami Mukundanand is very much into Bhakti Yoga as well. He follows the Bhakti Yoga path, so it's very aligned with the ISKCON path, and it's with my path. So I am very inspired by him. Okay, so that's it for today. We're going to do chapter 4, verse 28 next time. Wish you all a day filled with spiritual growth and a day filled with easeful spiritual growth, because spiritual growth can be very, very, very scary as I'm facing it right now, as I'm feeling it. Okay. Radhe Radhe.